is exactly what tariff does. Supplies dwindle and you run out of what you need essentially. Sanitary shortage across the Caribbean. Ladies, I'm urging you to stock up now. There could be a shortage very soon. Stock up as much as possible. There's a company that supplies sanitary napkins to stores across the Caribbean or supermarkets wherever you go to purchase these things or your pharmacies. And it's the first female Caribbean owned organic company that does that. And they have a product line that's sold in 90 plus stores across 10 Caribbean countries. So if you're living in St. Lucia, Grand Cayman, Trinidad, Grenada, Barbados, Jamaica, Guyana, the Bahamas, St. Vincent, and Montserrat, there could be a shortage of sanitary napkins very soon. They did put out a release last week. I think it was around the 10th, and they said important announcement: prices increased due to U.S. tariff. And as you may know, the USA implemented a series of tariffs now totaling 125%. And the company is saying consequently, we are implementing a price adjustment of approximately 10 to 20%. And these revised prices will enable Women's Haven to sustain its operation in the foreseeable future for only a select range of products. Some products may be discontinued. This company is responsible for a lot of different brands you see in your pharmacy, in your stores, supermarkets, wherever you purchase these things. These things could be running out very soon. Some brands will totally disappear. Others will have a steep increase. You're talking about 10 to 20%. So if you're purchasing for $15, 10 or 20% may be added on to that according to whatever you're purchasing. And the company says, we sincerely appreciate your understanding and unwavering support during these challenging circumstances. So this is important for a lot of people in a lot of Caribbean islands to know, where these sanitary napkins would become scarce very, very soon. They also said the current global trade wars have highlighted a critical issue for the Caribbean: our heavy dependence on imports and a single international trade routes. Most Caribbean nations are connected only through the US based freight forwarders, making us all vulnerable to external decisions beyond our control. These duties are calculated based on the total cost of goods, including shipping, meaning when tariffs, freight costs rise, so do the import duties we are required to pay. Now more than ever, regional unity, collaboration, and support for Caribbean-owned brands are essential. We must invest in each other and build stronger, more self-sufficient economies across the region. Again, I said the 90-day pause is not a reprieve. It's for us to get ourselves together, get our act together, and do what is necessary to produce as much as possible within the Caribbean. Now, this company had an interview with Trinidad Newsday, and they talked about the steep hike in U.S. import and the tariffs on the Chinese goods. These threats have prompted a call for government intervention by local distributor for these products. That's in Trinidad. And of course, Women Havens, like I said before, headquartered in Cayman Islands, distribution arms across the Caribbean. And head of the TT distributor, Samantha Taylor, said while the company was able to observe higher shipping costs during the COVID-19 pandemic, the cumulative tariffs on Chinese imports to the US left them with no choice but to pass some of this cost on to consumers. And she also feared that tariff may force the distributor to discontinue some of the products. Well, you heard what I read to you before, saying that some of these products may go. The thing about it is that while the world has a 10% no and a chance to do what it has to do, the tariff on Chinese products are going up. They're at 145%. So you know what that means. These increases have significantly impacted the cost of importing goods, especially for Caribbean based businesses like ours that rely on the US as the primary transit hub of freight and supplies. So we do have a problem. This is where Caribbean governments will now have to come in and step in. Women can't go back to the 1930s or the 1920s where people used to say they used to use cloth or something like that when they have their menstrual cycle. I don't think anybody wants to go back to that era. So governments will have to look forward to cushion some of these blow. And that's where things are going to get out of hand. But like I said before, this gives us a chance now to do what is best for the Caribbean. Produce right here in the Caribbean. But once again, ladies, stock up now. because there will be a shortage of sanitary napkins very, very, very soon. Take it easy. Take care.